Hey y'all, I'm Mallory Paulino from Stay at Home Mallory. I post all kinds of homemaking and cleaning content, and today's video was supposed to be an after dark clean with me, but it kind of turned into a 2-day clean with me and a grocery haul. I don't really know what I'm going to call it yet, but I think you'll enjoy it anyway. So thank you so much for clicking on this video, and let's get started. Like I said, this was supposed to be an after dark clean with me, so we're starting after the kids have gone to bed, and we're just going to clean up the main area. And I don't get very much done tonight because both of the kids wind up waking up, but I just pick back up where I left off tomorrow morning and go from there. And I don't know if you caught it a minute ago, but the very first thing I did when I started to clean up was step in a mushed up banana that was on the floor. So I had to toss my socks, and we're just going to leave that banana here for now and deal with that later. This picture here is actually a shattered picture frame that the kids knocked down and broke. It was a little saying, I think it said like, God is in her, she will not fail, something along those lines, and it was in Brooklyn's room. But we're just going to toss out all the broken glass pieces and save the canvas, whatever you want to call it, because Brooklyn was so upset when it broke and she thought we were going to have to throw her whole picture away. I think I'm going to be doing my Easter decorating video next, so all of this decor will finally be like off the countertop because we don't have anywhere to store it right now, so it's just been sitting on the counter since we bought it. I'm sure you see it in every video of mine, but we're finally going to be actually decorating with that, so it won't just be sitting here randomly placed on the countertop. And now I'm unloading some clean dishes from the dishwasher, and we're going to reload it with some dirty dishes. We didn't have very many dishes that needed to be washed, but I wanted to have a clean slate for tomorrow morning, so I went ahead and ran the dishwasher even though it was like only half full. And right here in a second I freeze because I could hear tiny little footsteps running down the hall because Brooklyn woke up, so my husband takes her back to sleep so I can keep cleaning, but it doesn't work and Elijah wakes up like 30 seconds later. So we're gonna move on to day 2 and start with hand washing this rolling pin because I didn't want to stick it in the dishwasher last night, and then we're going to clean off the countertops after that. Oops, actually I was wrong. We're going to clean out the sink, and then I think we get to the countertops after that. Oh my goodness, I was actually wrong again. We are going to unload the dishes from last night, and then I am almost certain we do the countertops after we unload the dishwasher. There was so many like little strings left on this cloth from the laundry, I believe. I don't know exactly what it was, but something in the laundry left strings all over this. So I'm just gonna pick those off real quick because they were driving me crazy, and then we're gonna start cleaning the countertops. While I'm over here, I'm going to go ahead and refill my diffuser to make the house smell like rose and vanilla, which y'all know is like my favorite combination right now. I don't know if y'all saw this little cologne bottle that's sitting right next to the faucet. I actually knocked it off the top of the fridge yesterday and it got a little crack in it, and apparently it was leaking a tiny bit, and that's why I'm sniffing the cloth and the countertops, because it leaked a little bit onto the counter, so I spread it out, and so our entire countertop just smelled like cologne. So I go put that cloth away and get out a new one to try and get rid of that smell just a little bit. I love the smell, but I just didn't want my entire house smelling like cologne. So I put it in this bag just so it will stop leaking all over everything, and just stuff it in a random cabinet for the time being. Seriously, these kids don't ever stop snacking. But obviously I'm fine with that. That's why I only keep snacks that I wouldn't mind them having in the house. I joke about them eating so much all the time, but clearly that is fine with me because they are growing toddlers and they're going to eat a lot anyways. So now we're going to move on to tidying up the super messy living room. Sorry if my kid blinds you when he opens the curtains. Our windows face the sun in the mornings, so it always like beams into our house like super bright. So we usually try and keep the curtains closed on that side if I'm trying to film or something because it's so bright. And right here, it looks like I swoop in and just take all of the stuff that the kids were playing with, but I promise I asked them like 5 times if they were done playing with this stuff because they had already gotten up and walked away from it, and they told me like, yes, they're done with it. So I swear I'm not just like taking toys away from my kids that they're currently playing with. And we have so many diapers right now because we always get the giant box of diapers, so it lasts us longer. So I always just kind of stuff them in the TP stand just because they're easier to access that way. And we have like a million nuts on the couch right now because that's the kids' newest obsession. So I'm just gonna push those into the floor and we're gonna vacuum those up later because it's easier than just trying to pick them all up individually and put them in the trash. So now I am bringing in all the groceries that just got delivered while I was cleaning the living room. So we're gonna bring those in and put those away, and I'll show you some of what we got. I wasn't really planning on showing everything we got, so I put a couple of things away right here, but I go in and take those back out in a minute and lay everything out so you can see all that we got here in just a minute. I've never really done a grocery haul, so bear with me if this is kind of rough, but the first thing we have are a couple of onions, and we have some broccoli and green beans, and a bell pepper and avocado, and some salad mix, and some lactose-free milk. And we have a few meats here, which are some sausage, some little smokies, and some pork chops. And ground turkey that we use in place of ground beef. And you can barely see the sour cream here, some bone broth, some spaghetti sauce, and some salsa. And then we have some shrimp and some shredded hash browns. And now I'm going to put the eggs into their little organizer, and then we are going to move on to the pantry items. The first things we have over here are a couple of vitamins and supplements. Then we have some garlic salt, and I can't really tell, I think these are the chili beans. And we have some olives, some diced tomatoes, and tomato paste. I can't really see which ones I'm grabbing, but I think we had all of those, and some Elba macaroni, and some of the tricolor rotini. And I'm trying to figure out how to put all of this into our tiny little cabinets. These little cabinets drive me crazy because we have like no storage at all. Then we've got some cornbread mix and some taco seasoning. And here in just a minute, I'm going to put the olive oil into my little bottle, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to put away the apples. And I didn't realize that I was angled a little bit too far down for you to see the little organizer I have them in. But I'm going to put all of those away. Then we have some English muffins, and I'm going to put this loaf bread in the freezer because we already have one out on the countertop. And now I am going to pour my olive oil into my glass bottle, and I don't know why the light was like flickering right here. I don't think our kitchen lights were doing it. I don't know what my camera was doing right here, but it's driving me crazy. And I don't know how I managed to overfill it this badly because I was literally staring at the bottle while I poured it, but I'm going to clean up my mess a little bit and pour a tiny bit out so I can put the lid back on. And the very last thing we are going to be doing in today's video is doing the floors with my Crosswave as usual. And here you can see the mashed banana that I stepped in yesterday. I didn't clean it up last night because Elijah woke up and was crying for me, so I just had to leave it where it was, and it sat there overnight, but we're gonna get that cleaned up now. I mentioned earlier that the kids have been obsessed with nuts, so they're everywhere right now, and this is extremely satisfying to watch, besides when I suck up an entire piece of paper right here and it gets stuck, but it's so satisfying to watch all the nuts get sucked up. Alright, so that's going to be it for today's kind of jumbled mess of a video that doesn't know what kind of video it wants to be. I hope it gave you lots of cleaning motivation anyways, and if you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up because we have even more cleaning videos coming up soon, and I really hope you will subscribe to see those. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!